Peace, love, and light, people. I put emphasis on love because that's what this video is going to talk about. Anyway, let me get the disclaimer out of the way. My content's for educational purposes only. Can't stress enough for you guys and gals to do your own research. None of us have been alive long enough to know all that transpired in the past, and none of us can live long enough to know all there is to learn. Okay, love is the topic. Well, why would you do a video on love, Lee? Well, the reason why I chose to do a video on love is because for it to be the highest vibration you can vibrate in, it's damn near been relegated to negativity. You know, all you got to do is look around you, use your ears, and listen to what's being said. You know, everybody got a nasty taste in their mouth for love. You know, and the way I see it, because I done been through shit with love. You know what I mean? And because I chose, with the free will that we all have, to tackle the issues, the personal issues I've had with love head on, I've come to realize that, and this is my truth, I would argue that it's broader than just my particular truth, but you know, I'm just gonna stick to an opinion right now, and that is that we hide behind our fears of love. You know, let me let me go ahead and do my third party narrative. Well, what do you mean by that, Lee? Okay, let me get into it and break it down for the people. You know, these are just my thoughts. Yeah, y'all see I done broke down again. I'm about to leave them alone. You know, it's time for me to, you know, leave these alone and do something different. You dig? But anyway, back to what I was saying. It's my theory, my thesis that people have such a nasty taste in their mouth about love because they're hiding and running from the fear of being hurt by love. Okay? Now, I got a few examples, a few scenarios, a few analogies to throw at the people. Okay, now, speaking from the position of somebody that has been hurt, you know, by love, I've seen and heard people say things like, you know, well, you know, I done wasted time, and, you know, I wish I never woulda, you know, and, you know, if I could get this or that back, you know what I mean? But see, my position on it is this. You know, I don't think none of us was wrong for authentically loving and showing love to someone external to ourselves. You know, and it definitely wasn't our fault that the individual or individuals that we showed and expressed said love to, in the most authentic sense that we know how to express. It's not our fault that they didn't reciprocate, and there are many reasons why they may have not. You got to look at things realistically, you know, because again, man, you know, society in the way society's been shaped and molded, man, is, you know, if you look at the music, I can't go past that part. You know, look at the music from back in the day, you know. Now I'm longing to love you just for the night. Yeah, that whole, all that type of music. Yeah, they, you know, the harmonic frequency of the music was on the 432 back then. You know, they was pushing and expressing, you know, and talking about love. Look at the differences in the way society was back then as opposed to now. When now the harmonic frequency of the music is on a 440. And every woman's a bitch, every man's a nigga, a sucker, a lame, you know. And everybody's preaching the narrative, you know, fuck love, love's for suckers, you know, and I got to play you for you play me, and, you know, all of that, you know. And my thing is not to be, you know, directed based upon society, you know, because you got to understand society has been shaped and molded, and the music has changed from which it was with a reasoned purpose. I believe it was 1990 when the music industry invested millions into the private prison industry complex. So, being as though, and I told y'all this before, being as though they know what vibration, frequency, and energy does and how it works. You see what I'm saying? They've implanted it in damn near everything. And again, one of the things I always say is we fell for it hook, line, and sinker due to our lack of knowledge. You know. And they also put all the shiny trinkets in our face, and I've been a victim of this as well. We all have. You know, we all want nice little things, you know, and, you know, little watches and shit. You know, it's a part of, you know, who and what we come from. But the thing is, the way that we do it now, as opposed to the way the ancient ones did it, it's been distorted. Just like pretty much everything else. Sex, relationships, family structure, everything's been perverted, man. You know, and to be real, completely honest, you know, the reason being behind it is because, you know, those who run the government, who own the government, let me put it that way, you know, and what they refer to as the 1%, you know, who have held on to the ancient knowledge. And this is what they study in the secret societies, you know. So it's no longer a secret, you know what I mean? You know, and they plot in 20-year intervals and think tanks on how to keep dominion over the masses via the ancient knowledge and technology that they have access to. So, you know, let me get back to the other, you know, portion of information that I was dispensing as it relates to love. It's not none of our faults, those of us who have loved in the most authentic and pure sense of the word, expressed it and showed it and shared it with others. That those that we have showed, expressed, and shared with that said love were either incapable of recognizing that that's what they were receiving, or, you know, they just, you know, emotionally and yeah, I would say emotionally, you know, were immature, you know, and their appetites dictated their behaviors, you know, or they were just cruel individuals that for one reason or another, whatever it ends up being, or whatever it was that was the actual reason behind them choosing with their free will to take advantage of something that's definitely hard to come by, and ever more increasingly every day harder to come by, which is real love. Somebody that just loves you just because you're you, ain't trying to change you, love everything about you, and enjoy being around you, and that also loves themselves, you know. So, this video has I was prompted to do this video based upon, analyzation and observation. Again, this is how life is a teacher. Ever since I, became consciously aware of the fact that I'm not a body, that this shit ain't me. You understand what I'm saying? Amongst other things, etc. That's not necessarily for this video, but once I became consciously aware of that fact, my perception changed, and I realized that, some people through the course of their lifespan never mature emotionally. Some people never mature mentally. A lot of us, men and or women, are just physically mature, meaning that we've went through the spurt of puberty, and we are in our adult body. But it's a lot deeper than that, so again, this video has been for those that feel, they wasted time, loving somebody or showing or sharing their love with somebody. And I beg to differ, because who are you to say that you weren't put through that, or that person wasn't being tested by you or by the universe or whatever you declare, the higher consciousness, or, I don't like the 3-letter word, you know what I mean, because I know the etymology behind it. But at the end of the day, how do you know, or who are you to say that the universe wasn't testing that other individual with you, being as though you did show, share, and express authentic and genuine and pure love to the other individual? Why? I mean, how can you be, to the position or from the position that, you wasn't the poster child in the form of a test, and that individual or individuals failed said test, because you got to keep in mind the universal laws, man. What you do to others, you do to yourself, And the other side of that coin is, how do you know that it wasn't a test for you, to see what you was going to do when somebody dealt you a fucked up hand in love? And, or it might have been testing you to develop a tougher or more stronger exterior in an emotional sense, for you to be prepared for when the real deal come through. You know what I mean? It's true. I'll be the first to admit, yeah, love is, I'm not going to use the word dangerous or any of those other, negative words. I will say this, though. It's a risk that we all tend to take when we indulge in that. You know what I mean? And this is why a lot of the content that I put out is dealing with, the real reality of things, your intuition, opening that third eye so you can really see things that these can't, developing and utilizing your discernment, Being able to read energy frequencies and signatures, and learning lessons that you go through in love in other situations, but we talking about love right now, learning the lessons that you go through in those situations so that way you can see the bullshit coming from a mile away. Because when you get to that level, then you're not going to allow nobody to come in and walk all over you. You're not going to allow it. You're just not. And you don't have to be afraid to give new people that you encounter and become fond of or automatically are fond of, when you encounter them. It's a multitude of ways it can be looked at, man. There's no one way to get to the same destination, but I just felt, inclined to make this video to put that information out, man, because the way the world is going, it's like, it's only benefiting those who aren't of nature. Let me say that again. It's only benefiting those that are not of nature. They hate nature. Think about it. Ever since they've been in power, they've been fucking nature up. See, back in ancient times, those of us that did eat of meat, we hunted only what we would eat. These individuals, they hunt until shit goes extinct. Just to have a trophy or, a sport. They have no love for nature. And again, man, in case, people get with the bullshit and idiotic comments, man, again, man, if you ain't read the description of this channel, or if you ain't seen none of my other videos, man, everything I do on this channel is for the enlightenment and the forward movement of my folks, of my people. Not at the expense of yours, but, if you're not, one of us, then, keep, go make your own channel. Do what you do over there for you and yours. I ain't knocking it, but this here is for me and mine. So, again, and this especially, man, goes out to the ladies, to the women, the women, because like I said in other videos, man, y'all the key. Once y'all get back on, on y'all square, man, like a lot of shit have changed. You must understand that. Every swinging dick and titty walking around came from a womb man. And every civilization running around here came from the African womb man. Let's keep it all way funky, so just is what it is, man. Again, man, my content is not meant to disrespect anybody or anybody's culture or, beliefs or whatever, but I'm not going to tiptoe around none of y'all. I don't do it in real life. So I damn sure ain't going to come on a platform and tiptoe for nobody. Anyway, I don't want this to turn, negative. It's just the facts of the facts, and the truth's just going to be there. And I walk and live and allow truth to flow through me. So, Anyway, man, I'm hoping that somebody got some enlightenment from this video and was able to, pick up another set of lenses to view the subject matter of love from another perspective, man. And we got to stop supporting their agenda. We gotta stop supporting their agenda, because their agenda is to relegate us to non-existence. Come on. So with that being stated, man, hopefully, this resonated with somebody, man. Don't be scared to hit the like button, or whatever the case, or if you picking up what I done put down in this video, share it with somebody. You know what I mean? Whatever the case, ain't no compulsion here. But at the end of the day, man, y'all be easy with it.